Welcome to this DaVinci Resolve Fusion node breakdown. Today's node is the shadow node. Now the shadow node is used to make drop shadows based on an alpha channel of an image. And you can also use a second image as a depth map. It's a pretty cool node, but before we make something cool, I'm just going to use this text and background to kind of show you what this node does. We can add a shadow node and we'll jump into the inspector. Now here in your offsets up here, you can move your shadow around anywhere you want. You can change the softness and you can change the color of your shadow. You can also change your color down here with your RGB and alpha, and you can change your alpha. Now, down here for the light position, it really doesn't work until you change this light distance. So you need to offset the light distance, whether it's just a little bit or a lot. And then you can start using this light position. Now, it does have a gizmo in here to move, but you're not going to see it until you really start moving around, and eventually maybe it'll show up. Maybe it'll show up. Let me change my Y position. Maybe it'll show up then. And it's not showing up. And oop, I just saw it. There it is. See, it eventually pops in. So, and then you can take this and move your light position. Yeah, I don't know why it does that, but it's kind of odd. So this, you can move your light position around. And of course your light distance will change your light distance. So let's refresh that. And down here, this is where kind of the cool stuff starts happening. You have the ability to use Z-map channels, or you can use your red, green, blue, alpha, or luma channel to adjust the look of the shadow. So let me bring some other footage in. So if I bring this in as my background footage, and I'll go ahead and use that as my foreground footage for my shadow, map, Under my shadow, I could pick a luma channel. And if I change this distance, you can start seeing us using the luma channel of that background image to change how that shadow falls across. So that's pretty cool. And it'll go along with our image and change like it's dropping shadows on our image. Now, this is kind of cool, but the problem is it's using that luma channel. You can see it's not casting on our eyes, it's not going on our lips. So this isn't that great of a method for footage like this. But what we can do is, and I'm going to get rid of this. If we really needed to cast a shadow, we're going to bring in a background and put it into our shadow. And we'll bring in a box. And why is that not working? There we go. There we go. We're going to invert our box. Create kind of like a barn door thing going across your eyes. There we go. And if we go to our shadow, let's reset all of our offsets. And we're going to view shadow only. Now you can see we've got kind of the shadow going across her face. So let's change this to alpha. Now, working off this Luma isn't working too well for us. So what we could do is we could bring in a depth map. And we can kind of pull out some information on this depth. And I know we haven't gone over this node, so I'm just going to jump in and do it real quick. But I'm going to change my far limits and my near limits. There, and that's good for right now. So if we take our depth map and use that instead of our footage for our input on our shadow, now you can see it's following the depth of her face a little better. So we can come in here and change the location of our little cut. And now we've got kind of a barn door slit light going across our actress. But we can make this a little better. We can bring in a blur. And we can add a bitmap onto our depth map. And we'll use Luma. And we can use that to blur out. We'll apply mask inverted and we can blur out what's in the background, so it's not so straight, because regular light would be obviously more diffused the further it gets away. So there's our effect we got, and of course you can come in your bitmap and clean this up a little bit so it's not so jumpy on like the stuff a little further away. And you can also always come in here and make changes. Can flip our light around. And this blur would probably be better with a box blur. Maybe not so much. And we'll also, when you use a blur or something like that, what you want to do is come into your shadow and kind of undo some of the softness there. That way it's a little harsher on the closer stuff and not so harsh on the further stuff. So there is, let me change this distance because it's a little too far. And there we go. We got a cool shadow effect going from this footage to this footage using the shadow node. I will see you in the next node breakdown.